Scatola. Prezzo. Ricco.
Tappeto.
Sembri molto contento in...
Sembri molto contento in questa fotografia. Ci sono vecchie fotografie in quelle scatole.
Nel 2000
Nel 2000 ho visitato Napoli e Capri. Ho visitato Napoli 10 years ago. I don't know, 10 anni fa.
Certo. Conosco Capri. Ho viaggiato molto nel 2000. Lì ho passeggiato e ho nuotato molto con i miei amici. Che divertente. Amo viaggiare.
Sounds like she likes to travel. Quelle scatole sono pieno di fotografie. Queste scatole sono piene. I don't know what I wrote. Piendo. Whatever that is.
Questa è un'isola italiana. Hai viaggiato molto con papà? Voi due amate l'Italia. E in questa fotografia sembrate contenti.
Ama molto. I walked around in Naples with my friends. Passeggiato around, I forget what it is. Intorno a Napoli con i miei amici. Passeggiato. Okay, you don't even include intorno. Good to know.
Luca, ho visitato l'Italia con tua madre 20 anni fa. Conosci Capri? È un'isola stupenda. Potremmo andare lì con te un giorno. Luca, ho visitato l'Italia con tua madre 20 anni fa. Conosci Capri? È un'isola stupenda. Potremmo andare lì con te un giorno.
Vedere Capri di nuovo. Tu e mamma sembrano felici qua. Tu e mamma sembrate. Oh, yes, that's right.
Mamma, di chi è questa scatola? Chi è questa ragazza nella fotografia? Tu, allora hai visitato questo posto in Italia. Voglio sapere tutto.
Whose is that photo? Con chi? Di chi? La fotografia. Di chi è quella fotografia? Okay. Ci sono due vecchie fotografie nella questa scatola. Ci sono due vecchie fotografie in questa scatola. Ho nuotato, I swam per molte ore in queste scatole. Ci sono vecchie fotografie. In quelle, I still don't know the difference between queste e quelle. Or maybe I do know the difference, I just keep forgetting to implement it. In quelle scatole ci sono vecchie fotografie. In quelle scatole ci sono vecchie fotografie. It's just one word that I'm off by. these, those is quelle, questi, queste scatole sono piene di fotografie. Ho passeggiato a Napoli con i miei amici.
Luca,
Passeggiato.
ho visitato l'Italia con tua madre.
Vedere capri di nuovo. Tu e mamma sembrate felici qui. Tu e mamma sembrate contente. Okay. All right. Whose, di chi è, whose is that photo? Di chi è quella fotografia? I think that's a good term to recall. I'm gonna write that one down. Di chi è? Whose? Di chi è? Whose? Whose is it? Today's the 3rd. Oops. Novembre. Ok. Ci sono due fotografie. Ci sono due fotografie vecchie. Due vecchie fotografie in questa scatola. In those boxes. These, those. Quel. In quelle scatole ci sono vecchie fotografie. Tu e mamma sembrate contente qui. Contente.
È un piatto tipico in quel paese.
È un piatto tipico in quel paese. C'erano dei bar molto carini. There were some very cute cafes. Ma adesso I'm tired. Wait, what? I'm tired here. Sono da. But now there aren't there. Non sono più lì. Non sono più lì. There were some very cute cafes, but now they aren't there anymore. So the important thing to do when you're learning a language on Duolingo, as I've found, is to write down the terms that are more on the general side. So these terms that you're learning on Duolingo, they're really just, I mean, they're super random. Like I always tell people, the most random term that I remembered on Duolingo was c'è un fantasma nel mio biscotto. Like there was a ghost in my cookie. Now, as a whole, I'm never going to say that. However, fantasma, okay, by itself, biscotto, nel, like these terms by themselves are more valuable. And I think, and now I understand, Duolingo is giving you all of these terms in a random concept that now I remember that sentence. So there is some value to remembering these like random ass sentences. And I don't think a lot of people think about that, because when you add context to these sentences, you are able to remember them better. It's like a form of a mnemonic device. I didn't see it before, but now as I'm like writing these random sentences, I've noticed they're sticking in my head more. So going back to this one, ma adesso non sono più lì, like that right there is probably more important than the whole sentence, like as a whole. C'erano dei bar molto carini. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to say, I've never said it in English. There were some very cute cafes. I'm not going to, but carini is a word that is valuable. Molto bar dei c'erano. C'erano is very valuable. So these words maybe, as a whole aren't going to they aren't going to be replicated maybe in your repertoire, but if you dissect them after you remember that sentence, you're able to remember the words separately and use them for a context that does matter to you. So here in this case, there were some very cute cafes, but now they aren't there anymore. Ma adesso non sono più lì. And now I'm going to write down ma adesso non sono più lì, because that sounds valuable to me. I feel like in my day-to-day, I would use, but now they aren't there anymore. I would use that more than bar molto carini. Like, it just makes sense to write that down. So ma adesso non sono più lì. Non sono più lì. Also, I mean, writing these sentences down will help you remember, like, più lì, where to put the accento, the accent mark, in which direction. Più and lì, they both conveniently have the accent going to the left, but there are some words, obviously, that require you to write it on the other side. And the more you write it down versus just viewing it, it gives your brain more of a chance to practice the orientation of those accents. So in this case, the translation is they aren't there anymore. But now they aren't there anymore. And last year, so this is the first day of doing this challenge again. But last year I tried this out again, but I had this mentality of just speed running the curriculum on Duolingo, and I don't want to speed run it this time. I just want to get it through. And if I spend a lot of time working on it versus just skimming through it, I feel like I will get more value out of this Duolingo course for the Italian course. So if I just dissect every line, I will be able to understand more versus just doing it and then getting it over with. It's like at that point, like, what's the point of doing it? Like, I found myself doing some challenges for the leaderboard to get higher up on the rank. Like, that's not really important. Yes, you're going to have some bragging rights and brownie points and all that good stuff, but it's not really applicable to your overall language learning. The leaderboards there, like, I feel like we're using Duolingo in the wrong way, and we need to reframe our structure, reframe our mindset to, see Duolingo for what it really is. And it's a language learning tool, but you have to use it in the right way, and you have to see it in the right way in order to get the most out of it.
Abbiamo provato delle pizze deliziose in Campania.
Abbiamo provato delle pizze deliziose in Campania. And it's important, like, this one right here is speak this sentence. Abbiamo provato delle pizze deliziose in Campania. These are great because they help you speak the language, right? You can't speak a language without practicing speaking. But you should, and Duolingo mentions this, but they don't mention it enough. You should read out all of the sentences just by default, even if it isn't an exercise to particularly speak in the example or in the lesson, in the what do they call it? In the lesson.
Abbiamo provato un'insalata deliziosa a Capri.
So type the missing word.
Abbiamo provato un'insalata deliziosa a Capri.
So like this one, he speaks it, and now even though I don't have to speak it, I would prefer reading it out, because the more you read things the better you're able to pronounce words that you otherwise wouldn't know about, like deliziosa a Capri. Like abbiamo provato un'insalata deliziosa a Capri. And I know maybe I'm not saying it fully fluently or whatever, but I think that the more I say it, the more I'll be able to catch on how to say it. And the words just they just roll off the tongue faster the more you read it. I was watching this one video, I think it was a TED Talk, about how in language learning, you should speak in the language that you want to become fluent in, because it trains your mouth. So you want to train your mouth to speak in the way that the natives speak. In this case, Italians. Saying these words many times will train your mouth to speak these words, because otherwise we're just so used to speaking our native tongue that we revert to that state. So in this case, they changed this right here. So in the older version of Duolingo, it used to say like type it out or word bank or something, but now they're explicitly saying that it is easier to just use a word bank. But I'm not going to use the word bank. We're going to try doing it without it. We talked to some American guys. Abbiamo parlato to some with to some, I'm not sure, but I'm going to mess up here. Dei ragazzi americani. Con dei. I didn't think I'd be correct, but okay. I was actually hoping I was wrong so I can see like the best way to say it, but maybe this is the best way. I really don't know, and I have to review all of these phrases in order to get the best translation, but the best method of saying these sentences.
A Capri c'era del cibo molto buono.
Buono. A Capri c'era del cibo molto buono. We ate some delicious fish. Abbiamo mangiato dei pesci deliziosi. Abbiamo mangiato del pesce delizioso. Some fish. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess in this case, I'm saying fishes. But here it says del pesce delizioso.
Avete passeggiato vicino al mare?
Avete passeggiato vicino al mare? Did you guys walk near the beach, near the sea? Near the sea. We also talked to the cook. Abbiamo parlato. We talked anche. Abbiamo parlato anche ai cuochi con il cuoco. Abbiamo parlato anche con il cuoco. We spoke also with the cook.
Un piatto italiano.
Piatto italiano. There was c'era a very good pizzeria. C'era una pizzeria molto bene. Molto buona. C'era una pizzeria. Okay. This right here, obviously I know how to spell pizzeria. It's right there, and wow. Okay. This is a case of a stupid bug, I would say. Whatever.
Ci sono molti piatti tipici.
Tipici. Ci sono molti piatti tipici. Abbiamo ordinato un caffè è, è un cornetto. So this thing I learned about Italy in the north, or at least here in Padua and in Milan, they don't say croissant, cornetto. They say una brioche. They say like a brioche. In pasticcerias that I've seen around town, I don't really see cornetto. Like they don't say cornetto. So if you want to speak like someone from the north, use brioche. Just use brioche. Cornetto is probably used in the south. I think I saw it in Rome, but anywhere past Rome, then it's brioche. Ogni giorno. Il mare.
In un ristorante a Capri, con Mario, abbiamo mangiato dei piatti tipici. C'erano dei frutti di mare deliziosi e una zuppa incredibile.
C'era una pizzeria molto buona. There we go. Over 11 minutes. That's because I was talking. And we finished all of the daily quests. Now I want to structure this so that it doesn't matter if we stop way past the daily quest completion. But I think this is a good point to wrap up for today. But future episodes, tomorrow, I should say, tomorrow will be longer, and we can hang out and do Duolingo together. This is it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that is the exciting part, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. And so I have to realize that. I think I realized that actually, because I'm not doing the Duolingo curriculum in a speed running fashion anymore. So if you are interested in learning Italian or learning a new language and you want somebody to help you be more accountable, I'll be online doing these live streams as I breeze through these curriculum courses and everything on Italian on Duolingo. So if you are interested, come along with me. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to keep it short, but tomorrow, come join me as I breeze through all of these Italian lessons on Duolingo. So the goal is to finish the entire curriculum, the entire course on Duolingo. And so come along with me, do your Duolingo. It doesn't have to be Italian either, but if you want to hear me talking in the background, then I don't think I'm going to go to the bathroom while I'm doing this, but yes, if you are interested in language learning and doing Duolingo with somebody online, then I'm here. So, I see somebody, Pratik, hello. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry, I think you joined too late, but hope to see you tomorrow. I'm going to figure out a better schedule for this, but I think I'll start earlier in the day. It's currently 4:10 p.m. for me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2. And it might be a longer day tomorrow. Like, I'm trying to not speed through these curriculums through this course, but I want to learn more and get the most out of Duolingo. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I hope you guys are doing as well. You guys aren't speed running through the Duolingo curriculum. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm excited to start fresh and continue on through this curriculum. If you guys want, hit subscribe and like the stream and all that good stuff, but also comment the language that you guys are learning, because I want to see what language you guys are learning. That's super interesting. Everybody's learning a different language, and it's every language is important. You know, every language has a culture attached to it, and each and every one is super important. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you guys